An often overlooked aspect of a guitar tone is the pick. Too thick, and the artist may dig into the strings too much, causing intonation problems. Too thin, and there may be no pick attack at all. And not to mention, many other features change the sound as well. The hardness, the shape of the pick, and the condition of the edge. Here are some examples of various picks and the changes they make in the sound. So as I'm sure you've noticed, some versions of each riff sounded better than others, particularly the tremolo picking, which is this section. The lighter picks are easier to move the pick faster than the heavier picks. So for instance, that black pick that is the thickest one is the worst performance of this tremolo picking part. Because it was hard to move on the string like that. So for leads, tremolo picking parts, etc., a thinner pick is a better idea. So the Ultex 60, the light gray one, even the gray .88 were good. But then when I got to the green, it was a little harder. And you may have noticed that even though they're the same thickness, one of them gives a little bit more. One of them is more flexible, and it's just the material that it's made out of. So even if you think that you always use a certain thickness, you need to try the different sizes in each material because it feels different. You'll be able to play differently depending on what it's made out of. So another thing that I noticed when I was using the light gray pick, the .60, that's this performance here. When I was doing the palm mutes, I couldn't dig in as easily as when I'm using the green .88. You can hear that those palm mutes are louder. I was digging in just as much with the light pick, but they just sound a little bit weaker. That one was the gray .88, which was pretty good, but I still just couldn't dig in as hard. Let's listen to the jazz pick. That one was a little bit hard to dig in with as well, just because of how short it was. I just couldn't push into the string as much as I can so I could flick off of the string with the final stroke because it was just such a short, round pick. The black one, it was easy to dig in. But these examples were recorded on an Evertune bridge, so it stays in tune perfectly. If this was a regular bridge, that black pick example would absolutely be sharp. It would be completely out of tune. So the best one for instance, this riff would probably be the green .88. And the last riff that we have, let's play that one time. This one I wanted to demonstrate how clear the pick attack could be whenever you're on the lower strings. So let's listen to actually first the red jazz pick and compare it to the alt-text. As I'm going back and forth, you can hear that the pick attack is a lot harder to make out on the red jazz pick. Alt-text one more time, and then I'll go right to the red jazz pick. So the pick attack isn't quite coming through. However, the Jazz 3 definitely shines whenever you are doing leads. Listen to the squeakiness. It's a high harmonic every time the pick hits the strings. And we're going to reference the tremolo part for that. So this is a red jazz pick first. Let's listen to light gray. Let's listen to green. You can hear some of those squeaks even louder on that one. So the gray .88 is absolutely the worst for that in terms of squeaking. So red jazz, and then I'll go to the squeakiest again. So as you can see, it's not like one of these picks excels over all the other ones. It depends on what riff you're playing, what string you're playing on, how high the note is, whether it's rhythm, whether it's lead. There are so many different factors. So you can't just say one pick rules them all.